Hey, what's up YouTube? Texas Triple Tapper here, bringing you guys another gun review. Not surprisingly, it is a Sig Sauer. I really like Sig Sauer pistols, so it's my money. That's what I bought. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. This is the Sig Sauer Mosquito, so let's get this bad boy open. Okay, what do we got? So, one of the first things that I really like about this was that it came with 5 10-round magazines, which is pretty cool because these magazines are, you know, probably about 20 bucks a piece. Before we go any further, you just saw me take the magazine out, hammer or the slides locked to the rear. Weapon is clear. Like to be safe. So, like I said, back to the magazines. These came with 5 10-round magazines for this. This is a 22 long rifle caliber. This was some kind of a lubricant protectant. This, if you look at it at first glance, it looks pretty similar to the P226. It is about 90% of the size of the P226, so it really fits nicely in the hand. Even though, I mean, if you put the magazine in, that little base plate right there just gives you that extra, you know, just to make it fit really comfortably and really well. I have got big hands, and I don't particularly care for little bitty pistols that I feel like I'm, you know, holding on to it like this to try to shoot it. It's just not comfortable for me, and quite frankly, I'm not very accurate with it. But this really has a nice feel to it. It has a little bit of heft. It's not heavy by any means, but it's very comfortable. The Sig Mosquito here has, if you can see on this side, it has the slide stop right there. This is a Decocker, and it also has the Ambidextrous Safety that you can get to on both sides. This is a single action, double action. The pistol, and it has the nice little little Picatinny rail, which is really cool. The weapon disassembles very easily. You just slide it back and you can just rotate this kind of all the way around, and then when you let it go, you just lift up on it and it comes right out. It is a fixed barrel, so you cannot take this off. I had a Smith & Wesson M&P 22. It was still a fixed barrel, but this outer sheath right here screwed off, and I mean there's little divots and stuff, but this doesn't come off. So one of the downsides, let me go back. So my Smith & Wesson M&P had a barrel, obviously, that came with it, and it had, I think I paid like 20 bucks for a part. It came with a little Allen wrench, and then just popped it off and put on a threaded barrel. This one, from all the research I've done, if you didn't buy it from the factory threaded, you're kind of shit out of luck. I mean, unless you're, just super good at, machining this stuff off, and probably cost you a whole hell of a lot more than just buying a new one with a threaded barrel. Not that big a deal. It does have a stainless steel or steel or aluminum, whatever. It's metal. It's not plastic. This guide rod is not plastic, which I think that is really cool. And we'll see how quickly it goes back together. So just put that in there. Find the little hole. It's always about finding the hole, isn't it, fellas? And then rotate this lever back around 180 degrees, and you are good to go. So, like I said, this little 22 is really accurate. I like the sights on them. You can kind of see that they're like a neon yellow. It makes for a fast target acquisition, at least for me. it's a pretty cool little pistol. The magazine release is very well pronounced. It's not flush with the handle, which is really nice. It will lock to the rear on empty. I was looking at the SIG P250 the other day, and the guy was telling me that it just wouldn't lock to the rear, and I thought he was crazy because I hadn't come across a semi-automatic pistol that wouldn't lock to the rear unless something was wrong with it. So I don't know, maybe you guys know if that's true or not, and I'd love to see your comments on that. But I ended up passing on it just because it just was kind of weird, and the trigger was really strange too. So anyways, this magazine release is very, very well pronounced, and it's very easy to get a magazine in. Now you're good to go. So now to kind of the downside. What I really, 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 really hate this trigger. It is one of the worst triggers I have ever come across, and especially because it's a SIG, and so I have the SIG P320, I have a SIG 1911. I mean, I really like SIG Sauer pistols, but this trigger is absolutely garbage in my opinion. It is extremely gritty, and it is. I mean, in single action, we're clear. In single action, it's got kind of a tight trigger pull. I can feel it in my forearm muscles here, even in single action. Now double action, so we're going to do it in double action now. I mean, man, this thing, and it just, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm pulling in one smooth motion, and the hammer just kind of, it is very gritty, and this feels like about a 10-pound trigger pull. I am not kidding. Next time I'm out and about, excuse me, and I happen to find one of those scales that you can tell what the trigger pull is, I would love to know what this trigger pull is set at. I would just look it up, what it comes from the manufacturer. However, I did buy this used, so for all I know, somebody did some modifications to it. Why in God's name they would do that, I don't know, but it is really a really uncomfortable trigger. That is the main thing that I really don't like about it. At first I kind of felt that this was a little bit clumsy. It's a lot in the way, kind of right here, but I've gotten used to it. It doesn't really bother me. This slide stop is really, really easy to operate. I mean, you just flick your thumb up, flick it down. I mean, it's super easy. Decocker's very nice. I mean, it really is a nice little pistol. It's accurate. Same kind of bitches and gripes with a 22. It will jam up on occasion. I have been using Federal 22 ammo. The next time I go, I'm going to use something a little bit higher quality like CCI and see if that does any better. Also, I didn't clean it before I took it to the range. I just bought it a few days ago. I kind of did that on purpose. All the 22 pistols that I've had some problems with in terms of jamming, failure to feed, failure to eject. No failure to fires though. I haven't had any dead rounds, but it's really strange. And people say, oh well, the 22 ammo and this and that, but I mean, like I have a Beretta ARX 160. It's a 22 little carbine AR style, whatever you want to call it. And man, I purposely have not cleaned that thing in quite some time, and I don't give a shit what kind of ammo I put through that thing. It fires and fires without fail. It does not jam. It is phenomenal. So, I don't necessarily think that it would be the ammo because I'm using the exact same ammo. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. It has been known to happen. Anyway, other than that, like I said, really, really like the pistol. It comes down easy. It's easy to clean. it is nice and compact, and it's got a nice weight to it. You know, it's still perfect for carry, or, you know, with the exception of the fact that the 22 pistols, at least in my experience, have been so known to jam and, you know, not do what they need to do. If it weren't for that, I would feel comfortable, you know, carrying this and making it, you know, my concealed carry weapon. But like I said, you know, just not quite ready to trust my life to it, just because of the jamming issues. Now, again, as I said, I am going to try some little bit higher quality ammunition and see if that tends to work out any of the kinks. So all in all, great little weapon. Just really, really, really hate the trigger. I would have expected something better from a pistol maker like Sig Sauer. So anyways, thanks for watching. If you guys have any comments, questions, leave them down below. Until next time, Texas Triple Tapper out.